Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Nuggles. I am the world's leading roadologist. Welcome to 1000 Road Trips. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 5 nature-themed road trip stops in eastern Pennsylvania. So, if you're looking for a day trip or a weekend trip out of Philadelphia, out of New York State, out of New York City, this is eastern Pennsylvania is absolutely gorgeous. Or if you're passing through and you're someone who loves to see a beautiful scenery, do a quick hike, things like that, these spots are for you. So I think you're going to love them. So number one is actually in Philadelphia or very close to it, and this is Wissahickon Park. Wissahickon Park is not the sort of urban Philadelphia you're thinking of. It is a beautiful and quite large park in there. There are trails through it with waterfalls and cascades, and it's just a gorgeous woods. And the trail I'm actually going to recommend for you, there's actually a sort of weird metal bridge sculpture that you get to go through that is just out there in the middle of nowhere, and it's absolutely fascinating. The other nice thing about Wissahickon is it's kind of easy to get off and not sure where you are, but it's a big ravine, and everything comes down to a dirt road that goes through the middle of the park, and that's called Forbidden Drive. And if you're on Forbidden Drive, you are going to see a real, you're going to get a look at what Philadelphia is really like. There are real people in there. This is not a place for tourists. It's just a nice snapshot, and then also I tell you, get in the center of it. There is a place called the Valley Green Inn where you can get a meal, grab a drink, grab a snack. A lot of weddings there and stuff. It's beautiful. And the brook that runs through there. This is really a must see. So Wissahickon Park is one. Two, a little further out, is a park called the Nolde Forest. This is a state park, I believe. This is if you're going to do like an easy to moderate park. This is a really nice woods. You'll love it. But the real gem of this is the education center. And this is it has really, good education and information and all that stuff. But it was built during the Depression by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and you can just tell it was lovingly crafted. This building is a work of just incredible art. There's a spiral staircase and stonework and woodwork. It's beautiful. It's so worth checking out. So Nolde Forest is a really nice stop. You'll love that you stopped in there. Okay, number three is the Pinnacle and the Pulpit. Those are two overlooks, and they're actually up along the Appalachian Trail, and both of them give you incredible rocky outcropping looks over the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania. They're gorgeous. What you're going to do, you're going to park at the Blue Rocks Campgrounds. That is a local campgrounds. They will let you, for a couple of bucks, park in their parking lot. They are super nice. They actually have a store right there, so you can grab a snack or a soda or whatever. Then you go through the campground, which is a really interesting kind of culture in itself. And first stop, if you're not in for a long hike, there is a boulder field, and it is the size of 30 football fields. It is absolutely mammoth. You can sit there and just watch. And if you have kids, your hike is over. They are going to scramble on those boulders for the rest of the day. It's incredible. And then and that can be it. But if you want to keep going from there, you go up a pretty strenuous slope, and now you get to the top of that ridge, and you're along the Appalachian Trail, which is beautiful. You get to those two overlooks, the Pinnacle and the Pulpit. The overlooks are gorgeous. So the Pinnacle and Pulpit would be number three. Number four is Hawk Mountain Sanctuary. All right, Hawk Mountain again is an overlook. It's actually also on the Appalachian Trail. It is gorgeous. You park there. It's a short walk to get to an overlook, this ridge that it is vast, and you will see raptors, hawks, eagles, all of them, and they actually have a daily count of what people have seen. It's wonderful education and conservation and things like that, and just flat out gorgeous. But again, you can go that can be it, or if you want to do a hike, there is a hike there. It's quite strenuous with some scrambling, but it's a terrific. It's a world class hike. You will love it. I'd also say after you go to the Hawk Mountain Sanctuary, close by, there is a restaurant called the Deutsche Eck. I'll include that in the links as well. It is this quirky Dutch German restaurant in a strange little building that's kind of like a little Victorian mansion. It's really weird. The food's good, but just the experience is great. It's one of those things that 2 years later you're gonna go, hey, remember that weird Amish restaurant we ate in? And I'm like, oh yeah, that was really cool. That was weird. So that is totally worth checking out. That's a great stop to make. And then the fifth one is Dingman's Falls. Dingman's Falls is there has been talk over, now and then that of trying to make this a national park. I don't That's never gone anywhere, but does give you an idea of the scope of this. This is a beautiful park with multiple cascading waterfalls that you hike basically along, and the views are great. It's terrific. It has campgrounds there. You probably want to plan ahead and reserve it, but it's terrific. It is fairly busy, so if you're going to go on a beautiful Sunday in the summer, you're probably going to be there along with a lot of people. So plan for that if you want. Go on a weekday, go early, things like that. But Dingman's Falls is really you're not going to regret that you stopped there for sure. All right. So to wrap it up, here are the top five nature themed road trip stops in eastern Pennsylvania. One, Wissahickon Park in the outskirts of Pennsylvania. Two is Nolde Forest. Three is the Pinnacle and the Pulpit. Four is Hawk Mountain. And five is Dingman Falls. You're going to want to get to those places there. Every one of those is a winner. I will just say two final thoughts. One is eastern Pennsylvania is notoriously rocky. So if you're used to smooth, flat dirt paths, this is just wear your hiking boots and maybe bring a walking stick if you want, because there's they say in the Appalachian Trail that eastern Pennsylvania where hiking boots go to die. So it's pretty rocky. So just be ready for that. And the second thing I would tell you is stop at a Wawa. They are all over the place. Wawas are part of the fabric of the culture of Philadelphia and New Jersey and that region of the country. They say that all road trips begin at Wawa, and that's not just a saying. That is a universal road truth. So stop at a Wawa. It's the best convenience store in the world. Get gas, the whole deal. You won't regret that either. So, all right, everybody. This is 1,000 road trips. Our goal is to launch 1,000 road trips. So if you go on one of these, please let us know. And thank you for watching.